What's going on, people? And welcome back to Total Hotspurs for this FA Cup Round 4 game. D, how are you, bro?
Yeah, good, bro. Good. Another one of these early games, but hey, we're up for it. So hopefully, we can get a win.
Yeah, it's currently 4:30 or 4:32. We're a couple of minutes late. Starting with 4:32 in the morning. My last live stream before I head back to England.
Yes.
But the lineup's already out. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I had a good glimpse of it. Yeah, look, I think it's for what on top of my head, it's Foster and goal, Tanganga, Sanchez, and Langley.
Langley.
Am I correct? Yeah, the back three, and then in the middle will be Basuma and Bentacle. Oh, sorry, the wing backs, Sessegnon and
Doherty.
And then in the middle you have Basuma and Bentacle, and the front three, surprisingly, is Perisic, Son, and Kulu.
Yeah.
Which is
It's a bit more creative going forward because you're relying on Perisic and Kulu to be. Well, Perisic has been our most creative outfield player this season, and then Kulu's a lot more creative than Son is on that wing. But it's quite weird to see Son starting up front. I heard that Richarlison picked up a knock.
Little knock, yeah, which is unfortunate because I really wanted him to start this game.
Yeah, well, I think Conte came out and said that he was going to start, and then good thing is Danjuma is on the bench, so he will get some game time today, which will be really, really good.
Yeah.
But I'm not too mad about that lineup. I would have probably liked to have seen Spence, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I think that's one that we all sit there and think, why isn't he playing? But
well,
I think he's going out on loan anyway, so I don't think he's going to get any game time with us.
Well, you think for these cup games you'll use him because I know he's not probably ready for the Prem, but these cup games could really establish and pretty much get him fit, ready for actually, for say Emerson or Doherty get injured, he's ready to step up. But obviously Conte sees other, so it's unfortunate he didn't get to start this game. But yeah, it's a shame that they put him out on loan.
Yeah, well, we didn't go over who's on the bench. That's the only shitty thing. I'll quickly grab it up so we can go over the bench. It's nice to see Fraser Foster start, even though I think he should have started in the Prem a bit earlier. On the bench, we have Dyer, Royal, Kane, Hill, Danjuma. Austin Lloris isn't even in the team for today. Davies, Højbjerg, and Skip. And what I like about that now is we have 4 people that can possibly come on and change the game a bit. You've got Kane, Hill, Danjuma, and then Højbjerg. Obviously, they're not, Hill, Danjuma, and Højbjerg aren't really going to be making a massive impact compared to Kane would. But the fact that we have an extra option on the bench now is it's good to see.
Yeah, exactly. It is good to see, and more attacking for us, and those players can come on and make impact. Like I'm kind of hoping that Kane won't jump on, but if we're down a bit, then obviously you have to bring him on, to make it something spark. But I kind of really don't want to see him play today. Getting rest up for our next Prem game, which is against City.
Yeah.
City.
And we're home though this time.
But
are we home or are we away?
We're home. We're home.
Going into that, it's a must win for us. But then it's one of those games because of the way the league has gone with Arsenal, at the top. We're all kind of like, do we really want to go and beat City? I always want to win, regardless.
Yeah,
but, it's hard to want to win when it could help out your closest rivals. But it is what it is, If we want to keep our season going, we're going to have to win every game. And unfortunately, Arsenal are on their game this season, and we might have to bite our tongue and realise that Arsenal may win the league this year.
But the only good thing is they got knocked out by Man City yesterday
Yeah, they
in the FA
lost.
Cup
Yeah,
1-0. That's the only good thing
um,
about it. But
but
still,
it's good, but it's not good because they can focus everything. They don't have
on the
Europe. I have Europa League, but they don't have. They can focus everything on the league and Europa League now.
yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
we're going to probably fight for FA because it's the only way we can get a trophy, which I'm happy for. FA
Yeah,
Cup's a good trophy to have. We used to win it a fair bit,
yeah,
a fair few
yeah.
years ago. But what I want to say before we get on to the game more is rest in peace to my cousin Anthony. That's the reason why I'm going back to England next week is I was going to see him, but he unfortunately succumbed to his brain tumor. So I want to shout out to my uncle. Hope he's doing okay. And rest in peace to Anthony. Myself, Brad, and Lee here at Total Hotspurs, close cousin of ours. And life's too short, guys. So make sure you enjoy and embrace everything. I know it's really, really hard sometimes when you support Spurs to embrace life, but we never know when our time is up. So you got to make sure you're doing everything you can to do what you want with your life. But I won't keep it too negative. I just wanted to get that little bit in there. But I'm hearing rumors, D, about Pedro Porro now. Deal might be off.
I am telling you this. I woke up this morning, looked on Twitter, and there's a little bit. There was Daniel Ornstein saying this deal could be off. Fabrizio Romano saying it's still on. I don't know who to believe, but I'm telling you right now, if this deal does not go through, every Spurs fan at the Man City game needs to cheer Levy out, Enoch out, because I'm telling you, it's what 29 days into the transfer window. We got what, one more day until the transfer window closes?
Two more.
Oh, 2 more, sorry.
It's usually it's about 2.5 because you have an extra like half a day to get your deals all signed off and stuff.
Yeah. So I'm telling you right now, if this deal is off, I don't know what we do. Seriously, Porro was our top transfer, and we're waiting 29 days to get him, and all of a sudden it just falls off. Come to the last 2 days, it just falls off. It's just like, are you serious? We can't go out and got our other targets, which is our centre back, a midfielder. It's good we got our extra attacking winger, attacking forward, but there's still gaps in the team, especially our defense, that needs to be fixed. And I'm telling you, if Porro does not come, I'm not going to be happy.
Yeah, I think it's a joke, to be honest.
It is.
We're trying to portray ourselves as this big club, and you look at Arsenal. I mean, I know Castillo is kind of twerking for Arsenal already. Already put out a tweet that he's leaving, even though Brighton haven't said anything about the bid yet. But like they dropped, they went and wanted to get Trossard. They went and got Trossard. They wanted to get Mudryk. They dropped 95 million and they wanted 100, and Chelsea got it done. Chelsea went in, gave him the release clause, and from what I'm hearing, it's the repayments that we're doing. They're not agreeing on how we repay the club for him, and I'm just like, you fucking serious? We've got enough money. We make enough money. I think we made like 105 million off match day revenue. We're like one of only two other clubs that are in that. I think it's City.
I think it's Man United and someone else. I read that.
And I think it's have made over 100 mil on match day revenue alone, and like for me that's fucking insane. And they're not pouring this money back into the club, and yet again it's Daniel Levy. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to wait until the 31st of Jan and then go out and try and get all these fucking last minute deals, and then when he gets a couple of deals, he's like, look, this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for everyone to panic, and then we can get everyone cheaper because they've got to get rid of these players. And I'm just like, these days, teams aren't going to do that. Teams are going to sit there and go, well, we know you have money. We know all the English teams have money. So if you want this player, you're going to look at Shakhtar with Mudryk. They were Arsenal offered 95 mil, and they're like, no, we want 100. And then Chelsea like, oh, here's 100. It's like teams are holding out now. They're not going to settle for less. They're not going to get haggled down like Levy's done in the past because they know we have money. They know, and the thing is, the clubs are still struggling from the pandemic, from the inflation rate across the world. It's just logical to the fact that these clubs are holding out for the money they want or the valuation that they have. And he has a release clause. Apparently now it's the release clause isn't active until summer. So why was it always a problem?
You think of it, it's 45 mil. That is nothing. That's literally nothing.
Well, if you put it into context, Brian Hill would have cost that much.
Exactly. That's
what if you add in the 20 mil we paid plus Lamella, who would have been about 25 mil on top, and that was pounds. This is euros, so it's about 37 million pounds that we're offering here.
Exactly. So you put that in context, it's not even that much to just play that goddamn release clause, get it over and done with. But now they apparently having more meetings about it, and I'm just like, how long is this going to go on for? How long until
it's a shambles, bro? It's a shamble. That's all it is. It's a shamble. It's honestly, it's just the mess of the club. It's how we are as a club.
And people say we're, and the people out there, they say we're a big club. I don't think we are at the moment.
We don't act like a big club. That's the problem. Is we
don't.
We act like we're a small club most of the time. We talk like a big club.
We've got nothing to back it, to be honest.
The way we act in the market. And I don't know if it's true, but I sent it in the group. Did you see that Madison's come to Newcastle?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's true. I don't know if that was a fake photo.
Yeah, it looks like a fake one because I don't think it's true yet. Like we're still trying. There's reports out there that we're interested in him, but are we going to pay the money? If we bring in Madison, that's great, but we still need that right wing back. Like we still need it. Yeah,
Poro is the
priority.
Is the priority, but I have also heard that we have now turned to Skriniar. It's mixed messages, and that's the thing these days with that many social media accounts and that many people claiming to be legit. It's really hard because the information that you see is so conflicting. So I've heard that oh fuck, I can't remember what I was going to say. It's so early morning. What are we talking about?
The reports.
I've heard that we're going for Skriniar and that he's our main target, but like next after Poro. But then I'm hearing that he's not coming no matter what. He's going to PSG in the summer. So it's like, what do you believe? Free Gaming said Spurs like the spark. Richarlison is just unbearable. Do you think we are getting top four? I don't. With the current team that we have, we're not getting top four. That no matter how hard we want it, United are playing a lot better than us. Arsenal definitely playing a lot better than us. City have a ridiculous team. Newcastle just seem to keep winning. They just seem to be a team that just don't know how to lose. I think they've gone 15 games or 10 games with a clean sheet in a row. Like they're defensively sound. The team knows what they're doing. I don't think we're getting top four without reinforcements.
Yeah, definitely not. If not, we're going to be at least fifth or sixth, something like that, I reckon.
Yeah, well, I reckon fifth. I reckon we're going to hit fifth. I don't think Chelsea and Liverpool are going to pick up the form for the back end of the season. I think they're both in disarray. However, they have recruited well, Chelsea, and Liverpool just seem like they just don't know what they want to do. I think we're going to hit fifth, and I think that's where we deserve to be for how we've played this season. I don't think that we have. We should be. We don't have a divine right for top four. We just haven't proven that we're good enough to do it. We need a right wing back, a centre back, and a creative midfielder to even think about like forcing our way into top 4. That's just my opinion. But good question. And then we got Floblo hit Richarlison, useless glass body. Yeah, I know. It's quite frustrating that he's now re-injured himself. And that's been the problem this season, D, is we've had a lot of injuries to our creative guys, our guys that, Akula's been injured in and out. I was actually surprised he didn't get injured last week against Man City, because of the way he goes down. And Richarlison, it was a big block injury. Comes back, goes to the World Cup, gets injured again, then comes back, and then now he's injured again. He was meant to start today, and that's why I think Son's there, because I think Son was benched for this game too.
100%. If Richie started, Son would have been benched. Guaranteed, he would have been benched.
Which he needs to be. Son needs to be benched. But then the thing is, though, now he's getting put in that central striker role, and he bags a couple of goals today. This could spark his season. Like we said that last time. And we said that at and what did we say? When did he score last? Was it he didn't score at Newcastle. He scored at Villa. Did he score at Villa? No, we lost to Villa. When was the last time he scored? I can't remember. That's how many times he hasn't scored this season. I can't remember the last time he scored.
His confidence is down.
And this sums it up. I do think that Son needs that rest. I've always said that he starts every game for Korea. He starts pretty much every game for us. He's actually had a good injury record the last calendar year. If you go back a year or so, he really hasn't had that much injuries. He's had military service. And then we went to South Korea for our pre-season. That would have been insane for him, going back to his home country and being, poster boy. Because Son, if no one really knows, Son is like the most famous Korean in Korea at this point in time, and has been for the last couple of years. So we've always said here that Son needs that rest, but he needs to be dropped as well. Maybe it's not because I want him to be dropped. I don't want Son to go. Don't think that I want Son to be sold. It's more of the guy's done so much and played so many games, and whenever he's available, he's always starting. And the expectation he has from last season, he just needs to be taken out the limelight and just rested. It's kind of proven that forcing him to try and get back into form by playing him isn't working.
Yeah, well, we did it against Leicester. He came on and he scored like 3 goals, which we all thought that was a spark, but obviously not. But
the thing is, after the Leicester game, I'm pretty sure we had the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
That was our last game for the World Cup. Or was Liverpool our last game?
One of them two. Yeah. But it's what I'm saying. Like he
got injured after that. Remember?
Yeah, no, it was at Was it against Marseille? We got the
he got injured Champions League during the week. He cracked his face, and then he was out before the World Cup. And then that's what I mean. He had a really good game that looked like it really sparked him, because he did 2 bangers outside the box. Like it looked like Old Tunnel was already back. Then he got injured, so I do think that he does need a rest. And
100%.
We all know he's going to start against City. I'd actually prefer to see Danjuma. I would have preferred to see Danjuma today as well. Play him in a central striker role to see what he can do. But, I mean, if you can get a tune out of Son today and you can score a couple of goals against Preston's, maybe he might kickstart his season. And, there's nothing wrong with having a Son coming into form, and then a new Danjuma who's trying to prove himself with Kulu. It's just shit that Richarlison once again has gotten injured.
Yeah. Do you actually think? I have a question. Do you actually think with him and Perisic on that left hand side, do you think it's kind of not working, because we know how Perisic likes to play? He likes to get up on the left, and I feel like Sonny. He feels like Sonny has to. Well, we all say Sonny has to push in, but you feel like he doesn't give enough room for Perisic. He feels like he's got to take control, which I think he does. It's hard to really say.
I think having that wing back next to Son inhibits him, and the reason why is because I think that because the opposition put an extra player in that side, like that area of the pitch, because they've got Perisic there. They're going to have to chuck an extra wing back, or their right mid or their right wing's going to have to track back a lot more. it congests the space. And then Son can't run in behind because the centre back or the right back will drop a bit deeper to cover Son. And the thing is, we're not putting too many balls behind the line at the moment. So like Son's really good running in behind the line because of his pace, but he's also really good at taking 1-on-1s. And 9 times out of 10, when he's doing his 1-on-1s now, he's having to come into congestion to do his 1-on-1s and try. He has to be a bit quicker. He has to try and he's never been that player to wriggle through 3 or 4 players. I mean, he did it at Burnley for his goal of the season, but like that was still spread out. Like everyone was spread out. He's really good at like turn of pace, step overs, and then switching and hitting it. But when it comes to, I do think we would be better playing a 4-3-3. Because I do, as you said, I do think having Perisic there inhibits him. I think it really hurts his game. And when we have a natural left back there that doesn't bomb up too much, Son can have a bit more space to take on defenders, to go wider, to whip a ball in, to get him behind the line. And that's what I think is just too congested for him, the system. But then he has to adapt because there is ways to get him behind this line. It just looks like he's just lost all confidence.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's just lacking the confidence, and and I'm hoping this game just gives him that spark again if he scores. So, look, I just really hope we're hoping that someone gets on the scoreboard, or at least even like Kulu. I know Kulu
hasn't scored much this season. He hasn't assisted much either. He's looked good, but he just isn't providing the numbers that he was at the back end of last season when he first came in. Yeah, and I think that's also because he's just come back from injury. But the way the team's playing at the moment, like Kane seems to not be in the box, so Kulu's got no target, and then everyone knows he's going to come in on his left and try and whip it. So like that's why we want that. We want that right wing back because we want someone to overlap to create the space for Kulu to either cut in or provide it to the right wing back to put it into the box. We've always said that he likes playing with Doherty because Doherty overlaps a lot more than what Royal does. And now if we get Porro is this attacking right wing back that whips balls in and has got some pace behind him. I think that'll benefit Kulu a lot more than what we're seeing now. And I don't know who we had Doherty last year, but remember Doherty last year where he was just like on fire. Like Diego Mara Doherty was one of the names people were throwing out because of the way he was playing. Yeah. And with that right wing back really struggling to get behind the line, and that's where I think Conte's gone wrong with not playing Spence at least once to see how he goes with Kulu. This game would have been perfect to play Spence. Mm-hmm. It's the same level he was playing at last year, and it's a bit of pressure. It's an FA Cup game, and they knocked us out last year at the FA Cup. And Spence was in that team. Yeah, exactly. He was in the team that knocked out Arsenal last year too.
He ran right too with
he tore Arsenal and us apart last year.
Exactly.
But yeah,
as we all say, but how's he meant to get in this team? What is he going to do to get in this team? So.
I just think it's one of those things. People sit there and say that managers aren't political and they don't have, they don't try things to hit back at, the ownership and stuff. But I think Conte's not playing Spence to spite Levy. Because he's not the right wing back that Conte wanted. He's a Levy boy. So Conte's like, well, I'm not going to fucking play him. Like, it is what it is. Like, you could have promised this kid the world, but I'm not going to fucking play him. You didn't get me who I want, so the kid's going to have to suffer. And unfortunately, it's not Spence's fault. It's not his fault at all. It's the way the cookie crumbles with club football sometimes. Managers have to try and do what they need to do to win. And if it means they get that, and to get what they need to win to compete, and if that means Spence has to suffer, I mean, I don't want him to suffer. I want to see him play. I'd rather see him go out on loan to Bournemouth or something.
Apparently, been linked to Leon and Brentford.
I wouldn't even mind that because going overseas, have you seen some of the kids that like Jude Bellingham, Jadon Sancho when he went to Dortmund, We need to be sending people more overseas into leagues that have a different style to the Premier League as well. Because then when we come up against these teams, these players are a bit more accustomed to playing against French teams that may not have the quality or the physicality, but they have the technique and they're a bit more passionate. Because like when we played against Marseille, their fans were insane.
Exactly.
But on that note, we are walking out. Didn't even hear it because I got it on mute on my end. But we are walking out, guys. And it's insane the amount of playing away against playing at home against a Prem team would have been better if they came to us, so they would have got better ticket sales.
Yeah,
so that's
sure.
the thing about the FA Cup. The allure of the FA Cup is the fact that a lower league team can, beat a Premier League giant, and it's happened in the past. Colchester, the most recent one that I can think of, where they were in League One or League Two, and they beat us in it might have been the League Cup. They beat us. I don't think it was in the FA. There's a few Premier League loanees there. Cannon is at Everton from Everton on loan, and I think that Ched Evans is the guy that came out of jail and finally got a new contract. I don't know. I don't know what his allegations were, but I know they were pretty serious. Well, I'm hoping to see today. I want to see a bit from Son. I want to see how Perisic goes in that role, in that a creative role, because that could be a switch up. If Son's not doing it, instead of chucking Dan Juma straight into there, fucking chuck Perisic into that position. See how he goes. The thing is, he can also, for me, it's good because he can also, while he's on the pitch, direct Sessegnon where to go. Like, Sess, you need to be here. Like, I'm going to be here. Sess, you need to be going on this wing because I'm going to want to cut in and I need you to overlap.
Yeah, look, as much as we can talk about Sess, I just don't think
he's not good enough.
Nah.
I love Sess. I've got him on the back of my shirt here that I'm wearing now.
Yeah.
And he's just not good enough.
I just don't think he's good enough to play for us. It's a shame, but because he was a Pochettino boy, but yeah, I just don't think he's capable. I don't think he's good enough for us. I think we need to maybe we got a Doji coming next season, so I think we just need an upgrade on another left wing back as well. So
yeah, well, the thing is, like, Doji looks like a good little player. That's why I think that he's not worrying about the left wing back, because we have said we need better wing backs on both sides.
Yeah.
However, I do think that Doji is going to be great next season. He looks really, really good in the Serie A, playing for Udinese, and I think he's one of the highest contributing attacking wing backs in terms of like getting in with goals and assists and creative chances. So that's something we're really lacking, and that's where I feel like Sess should go, and then Perisic should be the backup, and we just use Sess to fund another position that we need, maybe another centre back, maybe another midfielder, maybe even if the way the Pyro deal's going, maybe even fund the right wing back.
Yeah, well, Sanchez is captain today, which is really surprising.
Yeah, I probably would have picked someone like Bentancur, even though he doesn't really show too much leadership skills, or even Foster. I mean, Foster's been in the Prem for fucking years. I think it's like 8 years he's played in the Prem.
Yeah.
But if you're joining us, guys, make sure you're smashing a like, subscribing if you'd like the channel, and please hit up the comments with your banter or whatever, however you feel the game's going. We enjoy the community interaction, so don't be afraid to comment. Don't be afraid to try and banter us as well.
Speak your mind. Speak your mind.
We love a bit of a laugh and a bit of a fuck around.
Yeah, exactly. We're pretty. It'll be good to. I'm really hoping keen to see what Bazuma can bring in that too.
Yeah, the thing is, he's not good in the 2 though. He's good in the 3. That's
Yeah,
the problem. Everyone's going, "What's happened to Basuma?" Well, when we've
he
played the
plays
3
him.
with Basuma, he's looked really good. He's looked like he's controlled the midfield and he suits it. But when
Yeah,
you play him in a 2 where he's got to do both, he's just not used to that role. For
no,
me, I think we need to go midfield 3 anyway. And it looks like Perisic is playing up front. Is that me, or is Perisic looking like he's playing in that attacking role?
in the middle. Yeah, unless him and Son are rotating, him and Son, switch
What's
it
going
up.
on, Max? I don't know who you're calling a bum, but if it's me, you're probably correct.
Great work, Bentacle.
Yeah, I just feel like Basuma needs to be in at midfield 3, and I feel like we need to go in a midfield 3. I don't see we're not benefit. We're not. There's no benefit for playing 2 teams have run us in the middle, and they control the game for most of it.
Yeah. I think Lane needs a big game out of this one after little mistake he did on.
I don't know about Langley. Like there's games where he looks quality, and there's it was nearly a ball straight through the cooler there.
Yeah.
He's got a good pass on him. Like I wouldn't even mind seeing him play like a CDM because he has got a good passing range. He's just too slow for me, especially for the Prem.
He's online.
We've got 2 fucking trucks playing in defence with Dyer and Langley, and then you have Romero who comes flying out. So they're always caught. Which is surprising. Romero's not even on the bench again today, so they both must be getting a massive rest for the City game.
Yeah, look, I just think Langley is on loan, which I'm not gonna. If he does go back to Barca, look, is what it is. But we really need another left centre back.
Basuma just got manhandled there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna. Congrats, Max, winning 4-2. I hope you score a banger of a block or something. Yeah, I'm not too fussed if Lennon goes back to Barca. I think he's in the same level as Davies. To be quite frank, I think Davies hasn't deserved to be dropped because he's always been consistent, but his consistency is that's good work by Cess there.
He did well.
He's like a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 centre back Davies, but he's consistent. He's never really has a bad game, and if he does get ripped apart, it's because he's getting overrun with people with pace.
Yeah.
So it's going to be. Oh, I thought he was going to bang it then. Cess overcooked that. Looking like we're getting out wide to Cess, and he's got a lot of space out there. He needs to be better on the cross, though. He needs to whip that ball, and especially when we've got not much height in the middle. It needs to be lower. He put too much height. I think he may be going for Doherty back post, but the ball floated way too much for Doherty to get any power in that.
Well, if he can't go up, man, we need to go through the middle and just push behind the line because obviously we've got no height and Son can't out jump.
Yeah, we need to go to the byline. So we need to run to the byline or to the goal line and then whip it across goal as hard as possible because we have no height in this team. And in terms of attacking threat, when's the last time a centre back scored from a header? The last person to score from a header was Kane, and he's on the bench. Tanganga's getting involved. It's nice to see him get, and then just fucked it.
No.
Why did Bentacle go out to Doherty? Doherty had a yards of space.
Yeah.
He needs to have a good game today, Tanganga.
Apparently, there's reports saying that there's someone coming. Who was it? Apparently, someone. I think it might be.
Someone's come in for him, but apparently the club's blocked.
Yeah.
Anyone getting him because they want him to stay. Now I don't know why. Especially if we're going for another centre back, I don't know why. I mean, I think they're trying to get out Sanchez first because of his age and because of. Now I don't mind Tanganga. I think he did really well when he broke from Mourinho, but he just hasn't kicked on. Yeah. And that's the thing. We're going for the league. in theory with Conte. So he's going to want ready-made, ready to go centre backs. He's not going to want to have to teach Tanganga his trade.
Apparently, Nice have come in for Sanchez, which I'll be happy for them to take him.
Well, don't they have Rodin there as well?
No, Rodin's at Rennes.
Oh, Rennes, that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I always get those French teams mixed up. There's always like 4 or 5 Rennes, Lille, Nice. Lyon, Marseille. Whenever someone goes, it's always to one of those 5 teams.
Yeah, apparently Nice are going for Sanchez, which I'm not too shambles about.
Oh, Kulu. Oh, unlucky. That was a poor free kick from Perisic there, but that was unlucky by Kulu. Couldn't sort his feet out quick enough and get the shot off. So it was a block by Ledson. Oh, Sanchez. Yeah, Ledson did really well there to get across. You come across from the backside of the wall. That's good though. We're looking like we're putting a lot of pressure on Preston's.
Yeah, which is good. It's a good start. 6 minutes in.
We just need to, looks like they're playing. Oh, Bentancur, what the fuck? Why is he shooting from there? Just go wide. Doherty hasn't touched this ball once out on the right.
Yeah. We need to look out wide, man. We need to look for those spaces out wide. Like, Doherty's always free. Cessa's going to be always free.
I think that, they're not covering the wing backs. If you look here, they're playing like a bank of 5-3-2.
Yeah.
But they're not putting pressure. They're sitting back. They're not man marking Cess or Doherty. They're just kind of having a flat 5. And that's where I think we can really hurt him. Oh, good work, Doherty there. Brady used to play in the Prem as well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
If I'm correct, West Brom maybe, I don't know. Probably wrong. But we're looking like we're in total control of this game. Like Preston's haven't done anything that I can think of.
Go Cess.
Oh, he's getting ripped by fucking Championship right backs and right mids. He's just not good at taking people on, is he? Like let's be realistic here. He's horrible at taking one-on-ones and getting past his man.
Yeah.
He's much better getting in behind the line and running on, because of his pace.
He's much better as a left winger than a left wing back.
Yeah, he's a Bale type, but let's not compare him to Bale because Bale
he's not the
Bale
level
was
of
out
Bale.
of his world and switched to the left wing for us.
Oh, come on,
That's what I mean. Like, why can't he even try someone like Mundle? Mundle in the under 21s is a good little player. I don't know why we don't even try him a bit more. Like, fuck it. Like, what could be worse on left wing back than Cess at the moment?
I don't know. I seriously will just get out Deji right now. I'll just say,
we can't. We gave him the only way we could buy him was if we would loan him back for the season, and we'd have to pay. I don't think we can buy out his loan and bring him back. So I think Conte would love to work with him.
I think he's coming out himself. He said he wants to.
That's a good little ball, though.
That's a great ball.
See, look, Perisic. There's no one in the. Where's Son? Son should be screaming on the edge of that fucking 6-yard box. That's a good ball by Cess there. And I like how Foster took that.
Yeah.
He didn't know mucking around. Lloris would have stopped and then waited for Tanganga to get that. Foster's like, fuck it, I'm just going to clear it.
But I think Foster should play against City. Well, we all know he's not because Lloris.
No, he's not going to play. Lloris is out for getting rested. So
yeah, I know.
I don't know what you have to do in a Conte team to get dropped because Sutton and Lloris seem to be undroppable, and it's remember when Sutton was playing like dog shit and everyone wanted to see Richarlison and he dropped fucking Kulu instead.
Yeah.
There's
so many things I've come out and said. I've said one, I threw it in the middle, and that's worked. And now it's not working sometimes. It doesn't work. But I don't know, man. I just don't know what works and what doesn't work. I really don't know.
Well, it's been 10 minutes and it's been a pretty a slow game, nothing too exciting.
Besides that ball from Seth to Perisic.
But, yeah, we looked in total control.
Yeah, that's all I think.
I know.
100%.
We are shit. You're talking to the wrong Tottenham fans, brother, because we already know that we're shit. We're not under the illusion that we're a great team. I don't even class us as top 6 at the moment. I don't even know why we even think of ourselves as top 6. We're not. We act like a top 6 club when it comes to business, but when it comes to trophies and the way we play on the pitch, we're probably top 8. I would say it would be a better representation. But I mean, you guys top of the league at the moment, so is it gonna bring the banter? And that's all right. That's all right. Hopefully you slot, but I don't think you are, to be honest. And that's the harsh truth is I don't think Arsenal are going to drop off.
We'll be doing the same if we're up there too.
Yeah.
But
until we win trophies, we can't change, that statement. And I'm not deluded.
Until Levy Enoch are out, this club ain't going nowhere near a trophy, to be honest.
Well, look at Arsenal with the Crockies, right? They protested. They pretty much a billionaire came in, and the guy who owns Spotify, realised the fans were in disarray and wanted the owners out, and came in with a bid. And the Crockies went, "Oh fuck! If we don't sort this out, we're going to lose our cash cow." So they backed Arteta, and they're getting the results of their backing, and that's where it's like, well, we need to do that with Levy and Enoch. Either we try and get them out, or we scare them enough where they go, "Fuck, we better invest in this team, otherwise we're going to lose everything."
Yep, and then So I'm telling you, the fans right now need to, at the home game, need to get up the.
I think there's people saying that they're going to leave in the 22nd minute for 22 years of shit ownership in the City game at home. That'd be good.
That'd be good.
I won't be there, but
it'll be good because I'll be so happy for us fans, but also you'll put Levy and Enoch in the shit. Go, oh shit, we better invest. Or else, see you later.
I'm liking Sonny coming more centrally, because I know he can give and go, but it seems like Perisic is playing as that striker role, and I don't like it because he's not going to get in behind. He's more creative. I'd rather see him on the wide or centrally behind Son and allowing Son to push past him. But he is making a lot of runs to go. It's a nice touch by Sonny there. This is what I want to see. Unlucky. I want to see Perisic feeding Son. I don't want to see him taking Son's position.
I like how Son's getting the ball more. Like he's actually getting on the ball. Where the last couple of games he hasn't been touching the ball.
It's like he's scared,
Yeah, he's scared to get on that ball. Like, that was Royal. No, that wasn't Royal. That was
Tanganga.
I thought it was Royal. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no, he's looking like he wants on the ball a bit more. Maybe because he's in that striker role, he feels like more responsibility. But he's looked a bit not scared, but it's like he doesn't want to touch the ball because he knows he's not in form. So it's kind of like, I don't really want the ball as much as I usually want it.
I'd rather him touch the ball when he's not in form than not touch the ball at all.
Well, he's quite shit at the moment, so I don't even know if I want him to touch the ball.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. But I just think he needs to touch the ball a bit more. Which
15 minutes
is doing well in the middle.
He's controlling it. But the thing is, though, it's Sanchez. Remember how he went 9 games without conceding a goal, and then he had like fucking 4 donkey games?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing with Sanchez is there's no consistency, and that's what I say like about Langley as well. Like, yeah, he can be a good centre-back, a good backup centre-back, but we get the same quality out of Davies, and Davies is way more consistent for me. Davies hasn't really put a foot wrong since being in a Tottenham shirt. And like I said, the only time he gets ripped is when he's playing against top level opposition. So I don't understand like the concept of keeping Longley on loan. It's a nice little passage. Oh, good shot.
Oh,
I do like the way they're touch and moving. We weren't doing too much of that in the Prem. I know it's obviously against Preston, so it's a lot easier, a lot more space. They're not as good quality defenders, but he's unlucky there because I felt like if he caught that a bit better, he would have banged that.
yeah, look, it's a good shot. And you just need to just keep pushing those on. Keep kind of, having those shots outside the box because we all know he can whip a ball.
Yeah, a bit more height, I reckon he could have smashed that. I feel like we look more controlled at the back. Is it me, or do we look like we're more comfortable on the ball?
Well, Tanganga looks really comfortable on the ball, on that right-hand side.
Yeah, and see him there, he's trying to tell Langley to fucking push up instead of dropping so far back. Like I do feel like there is a little player in Tanganga, but I don't think he's like. I think he'll be a good squad player to play in cup games and games that when we're flying and that was shit by Preston. He's trying. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to thread the needle.
Yeah.
So this is where Langley. This would be good for. It would have been good. No, they took it out. It would have been good if Kane was in there because Langley's getting in a position where he can put that ball in.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, but then we want to rest Kane for the City game, which we have to do.
Yeah, see, I want us to win every game, but I don't think we get anything from City.
Yeah, I don't think either.
We just need to win all our other games and against the teams around us. We have to play Chelsea at home. Pretty sure we have to play Liverpool. Is it Liverpool at home or Liverpool away?
Liverpool away because they beat us at home.
Yeah, see. If we have to go to Anfield still, I don't think we're going to win there, no matter how shit they're playing. They always seem to turn up against us at Anfield.
Yeah, 100%.
See, this is what I want Cesc to do. Let's just take on a man. Perisic is fucking 34, nearly 34 years old, and he still has. Oh my god, Bentancur! What the? He's having a shocker today. But the thing is, people don't realise that
he got ripped up. Wow.
Yeah, Bentancur had a poor game last game too. He lost the ball so many times, and no one really picked it out because it's Bentancur. But you gotta criticise people when they have shit games. You can't just praise them all the time. And he's not playing too well today. He's trying past. I think he's trying to be the creative outlet too much.
He's just gotta let it flow. Just do those 1-2s.
Well, that's why we have Perisic, Son, and Kulu on. Let them do the creative spark. That's it. That's good. See, Lloris wouldn't have done that. Lloris would have held the ball off. He would have held the ball for ages. He would not have rolled it out to Cesc.
But I feel like Basuma doesn't push forward as well. And that's what kind of.
Well, I think the position he's in though, he has to.
Yeah.
Like he has to sit there. That's the way they want him to play. Is to be ready for the centre backs to give the ball to him, and then not push forward. He did really well for Brighton playing in that like CM role where he'd split up the play, and stop it passes and that. But then he'd also join the attack, get forward. In that midfield three when he was with who did he have in the midfield there?
Oh, yeah, McAllister. Yeah,
McAllister. Yeah, McAllister's still there, but he had like McAllister, and he had one more centre mid. I can't remember who the centre mid is that he had last year, but they had three of them in the middle. What's up, Dan? How are you, brother? I don't know if United play today because you're a United fan. I don't know if United are playing. The FA Cup game today. I'll have a look.
See, even United, man.
They play at 7. They're playing against Reading. You should win that.
See, that's what I mean. United are on a good run form. So, yeah.
But they're playing a lot better under Ten Hag, and that's the problem that we have is you can tell how, bullshit. That was just good. That was just strong defensive from Davison. Yeah. Davison's having a decent game so far. But United just hit that form. Everyone knows their job. Defensively, they're getting much better. Rashford's starting to score a lot more. Weghorst got his first goal the other day, so he's a good focal point. He can hold the ball up a lot more, and and allow their faster players to get in, kind of like what they want. Ivan Toney does for Brentford. To be honest, I'm going to say if we lose Kane, I'd be going straight for Ivan Toney.
Oh yeah,
I think he's a
100%.
great striker. Like everyone's like, oh, that was poor. We're so bad at set pieces defending because we did a zonal marking, and it just we just don't seem to be able to mark any players. It's just like we allowed them all into space with our zonal marking. It's fucking shocking. That was nearly a goal there to Preston's.
Yeah,
I keep saying Preston's because of Preston's here. Just so used to it.
yeah. But yeah, like that was pretty poor defense by us, man. As you said, but we're so shit at set pieces. We can't mark a man, and that's what
Well,
lets
we
us
don't mark
down.
mid. We do zonal marking.
Yeah, and that's what lets us down. That
And
kind
even the
of
commentators say it all the time. Like we zonal mark, so we allow teams. That's how you can say it's a how you can say it's a handball. They kicked the ball into him. Sup, Max? Welcome back. But like, how can you call that handball? Like the ball was kicked into his arm.
Yeah, I don't know.
He needs to score, Sonny. He needs to score. He needs to get back on the score sheet and just start consistently playing half decent. Because today he's looked okay, but like I said, we're playing against the lower opposition, so it's expected. But
I just think altogether he just needs to get back on form.
yeah, pretty much.
He really
Yeah,
needs to get back on
Dean,
form.
fucking Ten Hag's done really well for you guys. And the thing is, you know why? It's because he's gone in there with his authority and gone, fuck it, I don't need. This is my team. You're doing it my way, and he's got rid of players that don't want to do it. You know, i.e. Ronaldo.
Even
And
Sancho's
the
gone.
thing is, well, Sancho's been
Even
dropped
Sancho.
because he's just not doing what he wants him to do, and
Yeah.
I think they'll get rid of Sancho. To be honest, I think they'll just replace him with a winger that fits Ten Hag's ideology and system. And yeah, with Arsenal, they're playing they're playing the best football in the league. They're so entertaining, and even against us, you saw their triangles. Like all their triangles were tight knit but quick. Every player moved into space, and that's why you can't fault Arsenal at the moment. And you can admit that we're shit compared to them because they're playing like a real football team at the moment. Unlike us,
100%.
even now, we're kind of struggling to break down Preston.
Yeah.
Like we're not finding the passes, but they are playing a bank of 5, a bank of 3, and a bank of 2 to stop us. But you know, we have the players to cut them off. It's just no one's moving into space as much. Like especially Bentancur, he just stands there waiting for the ball. He doesn't make any movements.
But Son's making all the runs.
So Son's making all the movements, but no one else is making movements. Like look at Cess, just sitting out there waiting for the ball. Like come in short.
He needs to get in. Needs to get involved.
Oh my god. We're going to lose the ball here. We're not going to do anything with it. We're going to be passing it around like fucking. Like
Keep going back and forth.
See what I mean? Like Sesh just sits out there, and then Lenglet's out there. We've got 2 players out wide. Oh, Sonny, that's a good shot. That's what I want to see from him, though. I want to see those shots. To me, that's one of those shots are going to come off, and it's just going to set him off. We need to get him behind the line. No one's making runs in behind the line.
Yeah, no one's getting behind the line.
I think we need to do with like do you know how Hill does it, where he comes short, touches it, and then goes. He turns around and just starts sprinting.
Everyone's learned off Hill how to do a touch and go because he does it better than anyone I know.
Like as much as everyone, like I'm not really like bigging up Hill like he's the next coming of fucking Messi, but like what he does really well is he comes short, he'll give a little touch off, and then he'll just turn and start running into space. And that's where I think like we don't utilize that because whenever he does that, we never put the ball in front of him to run onto. We always kind of just expect it to go to feet. We never like try and put the ball in front of people, especially our wingers like Cess and Doherty. We always try to go to their feet and have them play like a 1-2 with their wingers. We need to be a bit quicker with our ball too because Preston are just sitting in.
Yeah, we need to be a lot quicker on the ball.
Yeah, Dean, you're not wrong. Yeah, there's one manager out there that I want him to come back, but I don't want him to come back because of this ownership. Fuck off, Bentancur. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do a roulette in the middle of a fucking pitch. Poch is the same as Ten Hag. I feel like they're rebuild managers, and Conte is a manager that needs a winning team. He needs to have the players to suit his system. You can't have these players that are going to be developed. You're going to have players that are ready to go. And I think if we're not going to back Conte, which I don't think we are, because it's proven how we're dealing with the transfer window, then what we do is we just start and reset. And I don't even want Poch back because it's just he's got to do nothing with this ownership. They're not going to change. They're actually, he was a yes man before. I don't think he'll be a yes man again. And it'll just turn into, I think a foul situation where Poch will lose it and go. And then he'll never come back again. And it will lose any way of him winning a trophy with us.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I don't want Poch back because I don't want him to be in the shamble that we're in right now. I want the owners gone, and then new owners come in, and then rebuild, and then come back, or at least win a trophy, and then come back.
Why aren't we attacking that ball? Like every time the ball goes up, we're just allowing them to just like win the headers.
Oh, who was that?
I don't know. Be careful here because the way we're playing, like all Preston have to do is just make sure they get a good shot off. Because we're not controlled at the back, like in terms of clearing that ball. We always seem to just clear it straight to the opposition. We never seem to clear it enough.
And this is where the new centre back comes into play. This is where like a Skriniar comes to play because he'll control it.
It's a good ball, but it's too deep. Yeah, the idea is there, but like. It's just like the quality of pass too is pretty poor. Like you look at when we had Vertonghen and Alderweireld, the amount of passes Toby would pin forward for Ali or for Kane, and it was just pinpoint. Like you knew it was going to one of those two. And now we've got like Dyer and fucking Langley, even Romero, Sanchez. They can't pass a ball between them, let alone going forward. And that's where we seem to try and start our attacks is from the centre backs putting balls forward to counter or to get in behind the line, and it's not working because they're just shit passes.
Yeah, we don't have the quality pass at the back.
And they have the quality pass in the team apart from Kane, by the looks of it. There's not one person that can throw the pass.
Yeah, at the moment, Kane's probably our best passer at the moment.
No, he's been our best passer the last 2 or 3 seasons because we haven't had a creative midfielder. Since we lost Ericsson, we haven't had anyone that can create a pass. Lo Celso was shit and Ndombele was shit. Well, and Ndombele wasn't... I think Ndombele was just fucking lazy. I think he could have been a good player for us if he actually...
put the work in.
Yeah, he doesn't want to work.
Nah.
No one wants to work, mate.
No one wants to work, mate. But in saying that, like, I pretty much. Nah, but I'm saying about Ndombele, like, we see how he played in Lyon. He was fucking a beast. But
yeah, but that's in the French league where he probably
it's a shit league. It's a shit league.
They don't call it a farmers league for no reason.
Exactly.
Oh
my God, Cess. Oh my God.
It's not Cess, bro. It's Sanchez.
You
need to get your eyes checked, bro. You called fucking Tanganga Royal and Royal's on the bench.
Yeah, I know. Hey, it's freaking 5:30 in the morning. Give me a break.
That's true. I mean, that is a good excuse.
Could we just slip over? Jesus, that's pretty funny.
I haven't seen much of Kulu today. I don't think this Perisic working up front. At half-time, if 2-0, I'll be honest, either you take Cess off, put Perisic left wing, and you bring on Dan Juma and play him on the left and have Son in the middle.
Put Dan Juma in the middle.
Or, you put Dan Juma in the middle, Sonny on the left, and then you keep Cess on, whichever one, like Perisic or Cess, to come off one of them, and then bring Dan Juma on to be more attacking. To be honest, if I was Conte, I would... Is Davies on the bench?
Yeah.
I'd switch it. I'd take off...
You'll go back 4?
Yeah, and I would literally put Perisic, or bring on Højbjerg, have 3 in the middle, and then just have Son, Danjuma, and Cooley up front.
Oh my gosh!
They're going to get in. Oh, I thought they were going to thread the needle there to Evans. That was good by Cess there, but I wish he did that more often. Come on, Sonny. That's it. That's it. That's it. This is what we need Sonny to do. He's off. Cess is off anyway. Fuck. That was a good little passage to play by Sonny there.
Yeah.
And Cess, he actually gave the ball and went. He never really does that. He was way offside.
Oh yeah.
And he wouldn't have got the ball anyway. He kicked it.
But yeah, I think if we do get a nil up half time, I'll go Danjuma in the middle.
I know what he's going to do. It'll be like Kane, Danjuma come on, and then he'll take off like Kulu and Son or something and leave Perisic on. Like I want to see just a bit of change. Like I'm not expecting him to. Like I don't expect Danjuma to come on and bang a hat trick, but like he can't be any worse than what Sonny showed this season. Yeah. I would have liked to see him start because I feel like his pace and his trickiness is going to be a problem for Prem teams, let alone Championship teams.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I don't know how Tanganga kept that in. He's actually got the shits for Sanchez though. He's like, why'd you hit it that hard? So his son's making. Oh, fuck's sake!
Oh my god, bro!
Son's even telling him, bro, I want it at feet. Like, why the fuck are you? That's what I'm saying. Like, these centre backs can't pass. Like Sonny had made that run.
If that was Toby, it would have been pinned on his foot.
Well, that's what he's saying. Like, bro, fucking put it to my feet. Don't try and put it ahead of me. Like, Son wanted it where when it dropped, it was onto his foot and he can control it. And he made that run. And that's what I mean. I think that's what stifled Sonny this season too. Kane's having to go deep to get the ball. And he's not forward, but he's also not doing many forward passes because he's getting swarmed as soon as he gets the fucking ball.
Yeah. There's a lot of players swarming him. Oh.
Yeah, we're just nothing's clicking here.
Nah.
It's half an hour in and we haven't even looked like we're gonna score. I mean, Preston is sitting back, but it looks piss poor, and I don't know why Perisic is playing up front.
Didn't we play this system? Didn't we play Preston in the last FA Cup game? Or there was a cup game or maybe Carabao Cup. We played them up front, and I don't like it either. He's got no
like he has played attacking midfielder before, but attacking midfielder is a lot different to playing. So he started looking up, going, "Who the fuck's making a run for me?" Oh, Perisic, man. I mean, Cooley should have touched and goed there, though. Like, Cooley, that's the problem that I found is we pass the ball and then stand still. We don't actually pass and move. And that's what Arsenal ripped us apart with. Like, when they go to the wide, Partey comes short. White goes to Partey goes to Saka. And then White's already made a move past Saka, and then he passes back to Partey. Like, they play their pass and move a lot, and we don't seem to do that. We pass it and then just stop. We don't seem to go, and it's frustrating.
I mean, one person that does that is probably Hill. He does that a lot.
Yeah, that's what they do in Spain. Yeah, that's how Barcelona. Come on, Basuma, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's like, no pass and go here.
Doherty should have went past him there.
Oh, my gosh.
Doherty should have went past him there, though. He stood too wide there, and Kulu wanted him to make the run so Kulu could cut inside.
Well, let's just hope.
Like, that was, that was a slip by Doherty. I don't think that was a free kick. We've got no height, though.
Yeah, we've got no height. Definitely got no height. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who to look for in that box.
It'd only be Sanchez. Like, for me, it's only Sanchez that I can think of that can get on the end of a ball.
Did you say Langley? Because he has scored a header as well.
Yeah, but I don't think he's that great of head. Like, he can't defend headering, let alone score.
That's true.
I got Sanchez is the only threat that I can see in our attack when it comes to set pieces.
And
If it
doesn't
was
that make
Kane,
you?
then I'd be okay with it. But
But doesn't it make you like worried? Like there's nobody in that box that can.
fuck's sake, son.
No.
You can never get it past the first man. He's like Ericsson. It's like our set piece takers are cursed. We can't get past the first man on 95% of our fucking corners or free kicks.
It's like an Ericsson dilemma here. Like when he was doing like the crosses, the free
You know what
kicks,
it's
it's just
like?
like,
It's like the fucking
uh,
dark arts teacher in fucking Harry Potter, where every teacher is cursed and they only last a year. It's like we're cursed. Ooh. It's like
oh,
Ericsson's gone, you want me to go? I'll fucking curse this position so none of you can. Well, I mean, he was cursed when he was playing for us too. He couldn't, in that last year and a half he played for us, I don't think he even had a bloody free kick on target because he fucking hit the wall that much.
yeah.
Just bang it. Just bang it. Ooh, unlucky.
Oh,
Ideas there.
yeah. Good shot.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's why, like, I'll be honest, if we were to transition into a midfield three, I'd go and get James Ward-Prowse.
Oh,
And
100%.
and everyone says, oh, he played with Højbjerg at Southampton. I'd replace him. I'd replace Højbjerg with James Ward-Prowse. I'd have Basuma, James Ward-Prowse, and Bentancur, and then we have a set piece specialist who can hit a ball, hit a free kick. He good at crossing, like good at crosses or corners, and then that way, and he can thread a needle pass. He's a really good passer, James Ward-Prowse, and he wouldn't cost that much.
No.
And he's not elite, but if we're going to transition into these midfielders, and he's a box-to-box midfielder who works all day.
Yeah.
And that's, he's better technically than Højbjerg. Give it back. Why are we crossing it into the box with Perisic in the middle?
There's nobody in the middle, man. Come on. No.
We need to change it. I honestly think. Oh my. Okay. There's no one in the box.
Oh,
And
my
Bentancur can't
days.
control it.
Oh, my days.
Well, when you're playing your centre mid he's playing winger, and your winger's not out there. Like I don't know where Son or Perisic are playing. I don't know if they're both playing in the middle, or if they're rotating on the left and the wing because Perisic is in the middle a lot.
I think they might be playing like a two in the middle, but then there's no extra midfielder. I don't know, man. I'm confused.
I would have rather have Perisic playing in that centre attacking mid role and have Kulu and Son just playing up front if you're going to do it like that.
Yeah.
Like, why are we playing Perisic up front? It just makes no sense to me. Like, I'd rather just put on Danjuma. Like, if Perisic is going to start against City, you put on Danjuma.
Yeah, I don't know why we started Perisic. I would have gone like Hill or something. I would have rested Perisic for City. And, yeah, play Hill.
If I'm Conte, he's not going to do it because the FA Cup's the only way he's going to win a trophy. So he's going to keep this team out as long as possible because it's like a Premier League team. Yeah. But I would just switch it. I'd literally just go, fuck it. We're going to put Danjuma on. We're going to take off one of the centre-backs. We're going to chuck on Hill and just do like play wide wingers and then two in the middle. If you're going to play two centre mids, then go like a 4-2-2-2, where you have two wide players, two strikers, and then a bank of four at the back with Basuma and fucking Bentancur in the middle. Something like that. He's never going to do it, but I just want to see a bit of variety in our play. We seem to just
stick to one system, and that's what we're going to stick to. Like, when's the last time we played like a three? When's the last time we played a three in the middle?
I can't remember. We played it in the Champions League, I think.
Yeah, that's the last time we played it.
Yeah, against Sporting.
When's the last time we played that system? Because
I don't know.
9 out of 10 that system did work for us, but it did fall for us.
The thing is, when you only play a system for like half an hour, you don't let it develop. And I feel like, here we can't play wide because we've got it's no point crossing the ball when you haven't got any height in the middle. Like Perisic is not tall enough. Sess isn't winning in the back post. Son's not coming in for a header. So why are we going wide? Why aren't we trying to play through the middle? or come across goal. Come low across goal, go to the goal line, and then cross it across, like ping it across goal, visit. So like, if anyone sticks out a foot, it's going to have the power's already generated. All they got to do is guide it into the back of the net.
So look how Preston's are playing, bro. They're playing like 1-2, touch and go.
Because they can though. Like look, we're so slow in
Stunny was making a run.
We're so slow countering. Like we're meant to be a counter-attacking team, and we can't even counter against Preston. And now they're set. Like, see how slow we've been? We could have just pinged at the sun and let him run. But we decided to just do a floater ball.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
No one's making runs. No one's doing a 1-2. That cross is shit, though. You should go take out one extra touch and then just fizz it across the box, low and hard. And we've got no quality in the final third with like anything. I'd honestly just half-time Kane and Danjuma.
But see, look, you see the way Cess, after that pass, his head was down and all that. Like, I get it, but don't put your head down so far that you're going to lose your confidence. He's going to keep going. He's
just not good enough. Honestly, he needs to be loaned out. If we're going to bring a Doji back, you just loan him out for the season or sell him. Because he's just not working here at Tottenham. We're not playing a system, and he's just not cutting it. Like, he's just not good enough.
Yeah, nah, I'll sell him, to be honest.
And you know what? I'll give Conte. He's had a lot of. He's rotated that position the most out of the whole team, the left wing back. So he must see something in Cess, but Cess just isn't putting in the work. Like, yeah, it's all good getting bulky and training over in the off season, but you need to be able to work on your game as well. Fuck that! There was nearly a high boot by Sanchez there.
Yeah,
see look how slow we are. We allow Preston
to get set, and
they've already got bank of 5. We've got no. It looks like, we've got no one that can thread the needle, man. That's better. That's better by Kula and Son. Oh, that was much better.
Yeah, we got. Oh my gosh,
they're going to counter attack here. Ooh.
Yeah, and look, see how they're.
Yeah, they're moving.
They run.
Their players are moving into space at all times, and they're they're doing that triangle that like I said, that Arsenal do, where a player passes it and then he moves quickly. He doesn't just drift; he moves into an open space to call for the ball again. Like Son's making a move here. Then there's look how close. Look, Kulu, Son, and Perisic are all in the same fucking area.
I presume it doesn't suit that 2. He suits a 3 in the middle. The 2 just doesn't work for him.
But why is Son, Perisic, and Kulu all occupying the same space?
I don't know, man.
Like we're going wide and we're not putting in the right balls. Oh
my gosh. Fucking hell, man.
Oh, fuck. It's like watching fucking. It's literally like. You know what it's like? It's like playing against your little brother on FIFA, and you know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to fucking do a step over and go to his right because he's got Messi or he's got fucking Neymar. And they just sitting there and going, all right, they're going to go to Cess and he's going to put in a shit cross. And then it's just every time. Cess has just got no quality about him at the moment. Like I said, I'd rather put Perisic there and then bring on Danjuma. And then tell Sonny go central.
Or switch it up, go Danjuma.
Fuck, we got a celebrity in the house, a roadman tie. I know. It's actually quite shit that Richarlison he's only scored 2 goals this season, or 3 goals, and they've all been in the Champions League. Is it Champions League and 1? Has he scored in the cup? Actually, he might have been scored 2 this season.
Yeah, there's only 2. He's only scored and
all his other goals are for Brazil. Yeah. That's the thing now, we don't play him centrally. And that's why we play him on that left side. I think like if you're gonna have Richarlison in the team, you got to play him through the middle. That's where he's most effective. But he hasn't really pulled off any good, any good performances in a Tottenham shirt apart from that Marseille game where he scored 2 goals.
But then again, like, you're not playing him in that position where he's central. You need to play in the central position.
Yeah, but you're going to play Kane. You're going to play Richarlison. Like, at the end of the day.
Well, I thought Richarlison was a backup to Kane.
Yeah, but 60 mil for a backup. Like, I would have rather have just played one of the youngsters. Like 60 mil could have went to a midfielder, James Maddison or something.
Yeah,
I know. It's looking like a shit, like a flop, because he hasn't really done much in the Tottenham shirt.
Yeah, I know. But then again, like, you look at Richarlison's going to get over Kane or Son, to be honest. Let's be honest. He's not going to get over this.
At the moment, he should be getting over Son.
Yeah, at the moment, he should be. But Conte ain't going to do that. He ain't going to drop Son, which he should.
And it is now half-time, and the score is Tottenham 0, Preston North End 0. I mean, I think you guys can already attest that we're literally just talking waffle because the game isn't interesting. Once again, Tottenham can't break down a team. I know we've dropped a few players or put players that are resting players, Kane, Højbjerg. No Dyer, no Romero on the starting sheet, but it's pretty piss poor. There's no fluidity. The best chance we had was the Kulu Son 1-2, and then the Son that shot outside the box. Apart from that, like, what is there to talk about? Like, I don't think there's anything we can say that isn't any different to how a Tottenham team plays this season.
And we're going down, and it's more the fact that Preston's look more threatening than us on the counter. They look more threatening.
They look more. They have more intent on the counter. And what's annoying is Son's making these runs, and no one's feeding the ball forward, or they're putting a shit pass in. Langley, for instance, Son wanted it lower towards his feet, and Langley just pinged it over the top, and it was too deep. It's we need to really focus on trying to get a creative player in, because that's what we're missing. Like, I don't even care if you play Kane in that role. If he's dropping that deep anyway, you might as well just fucking stick someone further up front to try and put a creativity to the team, because we're obviously not going to go get Maddison or anything like that at the moment. We're not looking like we're going to get a creative midfielder. I think we're relying on this, on Porro deal to go through to add a bit more quality and creativity into the team. But we should be 2-0 up against Preston. Like, we should be putting these teams away with the players we have on the pitch: Son, Kulu, Perisic, Basuma, Bentancur. Like, just those alone should be tearing this team apart, and they're not.
And that's what it speaks to itself. These players aren't playing the best. Son ain't playing the best at the moment. He's out of form. Bentancur's had a couple of shocking games. I think Perisic, at his age, he's starting to, get to that point. And Kulu, he's had a bit of an injury problems as well. But there's no excuse, but we need to, put these teams away if we really want to compete in this tournament.
I honestly have not seen Kulu do much apart from that 1-2 with Son. And that's what's frustrating me is that's a good shot by Sonny there. Sonny's had 2 decent shots. All we need to do is one of them to go in. But Kulu hasn't really done that much this game apart from the 1-2 with Son. It's like we've just completely ignored the right-hand side. Doherty's not had any of the ball. And the thing is, what Kulu's really, really good at is going at defenders and coming in on his left or switching it to his right and hitting the ball across the goal for someone to tap in. And he hasn't had any chance to do that. And I feel like Perisic and Son are both occupying the same space. And it's like the same thing when on the left. There's no communication, or it seems like they don't know who needs to go where. And it's frustrating me. But on that note, guys, because it is 10 to 6 in the morning, I'm going to need another coffee. So I'm going to head off for about a 5 to 7 minute break. And we'll come back just before the second half starts. If you're here, make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel. And make sure you're hitting up the comments. We want to hear what you guys have to say for that shit half of football yet again. And we'll be back soon. How are we, people? Sorry about that. I didn't realise the video had stopped. I want to hear your thoughts, people. How you feel we're going in this game? I don't know if any of you are watching it. I know that sometimes these games, these cup games, are a bit hard to catch, especially in different countries when they don't have coverage. Like in Australia, we have all the coverage of like the Prem, the Champions League, Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup. They're all spread over multiple platforms, so it's a bit hard to watch it. But I'd like to see the second half. I want to see a bit of a change, maybe in formation or in players. I'm not too sure what Conte's going to do. I think I know what he's going to do. He's not going to do anything. He's literally just going to just get the same team going out, trying to see if they can and push him to try a bit different, try a few different things in the game. He tends to do that when it comes to instead of changing tactics or changing players, he tends to just try to motivate the players to play a different way. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it'd be really, really nice to see a bit of change earlier in the game. I prefer to see the halftime change, to be honest. The likes of Danjuma's on the bench, Kane's on the bench, Hill's on the bench. Even if we go to a midfield three to try and be a bit more central. But I don't think there's no point playing wider players or crossing, left and right wing backs if we've got no one in the middle. Perisic isn't tall. Son isn't tall. Clearly isn't that tall. I can't remember the last time Son has scored a header. So it's like, why are we playing? Why are we playing in a way where we need to put the ball into the box and we're not playing low crosses? We're not fizzing the ball across the box. We're more just trying to whip across and hoping someone can header it. But like I said, I can't remember the last time I've seen Son or Perisic score a goal with a header. I mean, Perisic did score a header for Croatia in the World Cup, but I think the circumstances are a bit different, especially with the way Preston are playing with five at the back. It's our strikers aren't going to win a header. They can't even get high enough to win a header by the looks of it. How are your thoughts, D? What do you reckon needs to have a change for the second half?
Nothing.
You don't want anything to change? Is that what you're saying?
I want something to change, but I don't think it will. I think he'll just keep it as it is until probably the 70th minute, and then he'll change it. And then he'll bring on like a Kane or Danjuma to change it, which it shouldn't be that way. It should be, if these players like Son or Kulu or, Perisic aren't doing the job, then take them off and put on someone who's going to do the job, which is Kane or maybe Danjuma. But, yeah, he's probably going to be stubborn and not change anything, probably keep the front three. But to be honest, if he is really going to change something, he'll probably be Sessignon off, Preston back, get back to his left wing back, and then Danjuma.
Yeah, look, I think that'll be the situation. But it's, I don't know why we can't. This is a game, right? I know we need to win it, and that's the thing. I can understand the logic of trying to play the system that Conte wants to play because the FA Cup's our best chance of getting a trophy this season. We flopped it in the Carabao Cup. We aren't winning the Champions League. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like, unless something happens and we're a miracle team and we end up clicking and just destroying teams, we ain't winning the Champions League, and we're not going to win the Prem. I don't even think we're going to make top four the way we're going. I know what's going to happen. He's not going to change anything because he's like, we need to win this game, and then in the 80th minute he'll change something, and it'll come off, and it'll look like, oh, look how good I am. I changed it late, and we scored off it, and I'm just like, well, I'd rather see that in the 50th minute. I'd rather see that in the 55th minute where you're making that change. You're bringing on Kane, Danjuma, Hill. Going to a back four, having Kane drop in, and then Son might need to be dropped. Perisic might need to be dropped. I don't know, something different. But I do want to see Danjuma. I think he should come into a game like this. It's very easy for him to come into a game that's got not a lot of pressure when it comes to the opposition, because the next game we have is City. You don't want him coming on against City when he hasn't really had any chance to have a good run out. I mean, but if you're a top level player, you should be able to come into any game. I just feel like, you know,
at least he does a miracle. At least he does a miracle. What
Bergwijn did. Yeah, you know what fucking annoys me? That game, I should have been there. I was in England and I booked a fucking ticket, and then Sky Sports, fuck Sky Sports, changed it from a Saturday to a Sunday, and I was flying out to Amsterdam on the Sunday.
Yeah,
I could have been there for the famous 2-1 we won. And Bergwijn got his debut goal. I was pissed off. I don't think there's any changes.
Man, I called it.
I mean,
I said nothing.
Did we even think there would be?
No, come on, man. It's Conte. You know, he likes to play his players, and he's just trying to go for that win. Which, if we're not going to win playing like this. How we play in the first half? There's no way. All Preston need is just a sniff, behind the defenders, and yeah.
Well, we are kicked off in the second half, guys. No changes so far. That's the usual with Conte, but I want to see a 60th minute minimum. I want to see a good half hour for the players that come on. Like I said, I want to see Danjuma, new signing. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing Hill. I don't mind if we rest Kane for the whole game, especially if we end up going 1-0 up. There's no point risking him. He needs a rest. I feel like he hasn't had a rest either. Like Son, it's just Kane's that good that he can score when he's not playing well.
He's one of those,
you know, and he obviously wants to score a goal because Bomb will goal, and he's Tottenham's top goal scorer ever. You know, he matched it with Jimmy Greaves last game against Fulham, and you know, obviously he wants to go for it again. But so this is what I'm saying. They're saying Son playing central, but all I see is Perisic in the middle. I'd rather see Perisic come short and provide a pass. He's got a much better pass than Son does.
Yeah, he does. Much more quality pass than Son does, which, yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to see how it all plays out, because at the moment, it looks like Son's still on the left.
Doherty's playing in the fucking middle. Oh, that was a good instinct by Kulusevski to have a shot there. Looks like we're rotating it a bit more. Oh, it's a good. Oh, that was good by Kulu though. He rolled him and then straight away passed it. It's just Perisic came too short there. I think Perisic should have stayed more centrally into the penalty spot, because that would have rolled straight to his feet for him to hit it first time. Start of the second half, the same at the end of the first half, controlling the game. Preston is just defending their life pretty much. That's all they've done this whole game. But we're still struggling to break them down with a decisive pass. It's a good turn. Come on, get up, Sonny. That's it. That's what I want to see. Sess, man, you need to do more than what you're doing. It's a good ball. Unlucky. That's unlucky by Son. It's good pressure though. Good pressure by Langley there to stop Evans from turning and getting the ball forward. But we'll give it to Preston that they're doing really well in not allowing us to flow. They're cutting off all the 1-2 passes. They're putting pressure on our players. They're not allowing Son time with the ball, and I say that, and Son's nearly just working through. But that's the thing, like you said. All it takes is, you know, one little sniff and Preston score, and then it goes into like an overdrive. And see what I mean by Foster, where he doesn't. With Lloris there, he would have looked around, gone, oh, who's here? And then he would have asked the centre-back to come short to get the ball. Whereas Foster's like, give me the ball, get it out there as quick as possible. And that's the thing. We're so slow with our with the way that we progress up the pitch. We don't fizz the ball around fast enough. See here, Langley, just shoot. Okay, don't shoot. Please don't shoot. We don't transition the ball fast enough. We're too slow. We try to be too methodical with it. For me,
I think you're a bit further than me, on the thing.
I'm on the 49th minute already.
Yeah, you're ahead of me, way ahead of me.
What are you on?
I'm only on 48. I don't know why it's.
Oh shit! I can't even pause it.
Yeah, it's
Just
a bit weird.
just refresh your browser. You might be able to refresh the game. It might push you forward because I'm already on the 49th minute.
You know what I mean? Yeah, let me just work it out. I'll be back.
Come on, transition faster. That's it. Tanganga's making an overlap, which is good to see. He's getting forward. This is what Romero does. Kulu, just give the ball. Just give the ball. There's no need to cut back in like you just did. I don't know about all you guys, but it's the same thing. Sonny, what a goal. Okay, I'll take that back. So Son whips it on his left foot, cuts in and just scores a banger. The guy only scores bangers this season. That's good to see. It's good to see Sonny smiling, and we need to have that transition. He gets the ball in for Kulu for me should have given it to Tanganga earlier, but Tanganga gives it to Son, and Son just pushes it onto his left. There's nothing going there. Son just hits it on his left, and bang. What a goal. There is no way you can't tell me this guy's class. I'm not saying he's world class, but when you can do something like that out of nowhere, he's something special. He just needs to have consistency. That's the thing with Son, I think, is he goes missing in a lot of games, but when he's scoring goals, there's just literally no one that looks better shooting from outside the box than Son. It's good. Let's hope that kickstarts his campaign. I mean, we said that against Leicester. We said that when he scored. I can't remember his last goal was. I think I'm sure it was between the Villa game or. I'm about to have a look because I can't remember his last goal. It's Crystal Palace. That's it. Yeah. So we said that he'll kickstart after Crystal Palace, but he really didn't do much. But let's hope this really. I want to see him get a couple today, and hopefully that gives him the confidence to keep going. Delaney's having some technical difficulties. I don't know when he will be back. But the score is Tottenham 1, Preston 0, thanks to Sonny. And he's got a bit of confidence because he's taken on players here. And that's what I'd like to see with Son with the ball at his feet running at people. He can win a free kick. Just don't want him taking that free kick because he can't seem to get it past the first man. He just needs to be more consistent, guys. Like himself has said it. It's just consistency. He really needs to just find his form again and be consistent with it because he's just been consistently poor this season. And now what's going to happen is he's not going to be dropped for City because he's just scored. And I get that, but if he doesn't score for another 4 or 5 games, how long are you going to wait until you drop him again for someone like Danjuma or Richarlison when he's back from injury? But Son's making those runs and he looks like he's keen. And I like the little passage of play we have here. We're kind of being a bit more aggressive with the way we're passing the ball. Trying to, as I said, make those triangles. Oh my God, Perisic, just fucking shoot, mate. He took to you. That's what I mean. Perisic's not a striker. So if that was Kane was dropping that on his left foot and hitting it. I think we need to go for a second. I'm listening to the commentators in there saying that maybe we just try and hold up for a 1-0, but we're a Prem team against a Championship team. We should be bringing. If it was me, I'd go for an attacking change in the 60th minute, and then welcome back, D. And then 10
Yeah,
minutes
bro.
later, if we're still 1-0, then we drop into a more of a defensive change, because we have shown that at 1-0 we aren't, the greatest team at keeping that 1-0. We struggle. We did well at Fulham, but we struggled every other time that we go ahead to keep that lead. So, so that's what I mean. Like they're going to start attacking now. This is the perfect opportunity to counter. And like I said, we've got someone like Danjuma on the bench that has pace. Why don't we try and give him his debut today? It's good pressure from Perisic there. Oh, he did want to kick that in, and it's their ball too. Fuck yeah, no, he did really well there. Did you see Sonny's goal, bro?
Yeah, cracker. What a cracker.
Yeah, he's tried 2 of those shots today so far.
And he did call it. It's going to pull. It's going to pull off.
Yeah. What do you want now that we've scored? What do you think needs to happen with changes and stuff?
I still think still need to make changes. I just don't think Perisic is doing that well in the middle. I don't know why he's playing in the middle, but other than that, yeah. Look, I don't want to see Kane. I'd rather rest Kane for the whole game, not play him. And bring on Danjuma. See what he can bring.
Yeah, I think. You know what I'd do? I know it sounds stupid, but I would just take off Davies and Perisic. Sessegnon and Perisic. Play Davies in that left wing back role. I know it sounds stupid, but more defensive, and then bring on like Danjuma and an extra midfielder, and then just put him on the wing, Son up front, Kulu on the right, and then have like Basuma, Højbjerg, and Bentancur. You're playing more defensive.
Yeah. But at least it's safe.
Because you can even have like play. That's a back 4. Sorry, that's 4 at the back. It's a good ball by Son. Go down. That's it. Sess, don't go back. Go forward, mate. That's it. We've overloaded on the right hand side as well now. We need to go out wide to Kulu and Doherty, because they're doing well on the right hand side over there, like getting through. We just need to move the ball quicker, but we have picked up the pace a bit. Don't you shoot, Leno. Go wide. That's it. And Son looks more confident again. Oh, Kulu, what are you doing? Yeah, that was poor. So if you're just joining us, guys, it's 1-0 to Tottenham. Sunny goal outside the box, whip with a left. If you're joining us, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all your support. We're just trying to grow this channel so we can interact with fellow Tottenham fans and get a bit of banter going and all that shit. We try and create videos for you guys to enjoy, have your say. And the thing is, we have these videos because we talk about this all the time when we're outside work. So we're outside doing work and all that sort of shit. So we enjoy it when we have more opinions, differing opinions. Helps us as fans become more knowledgeable as well. So what I like about Foster is he's just calm. He's been brought in. I know it's only Preston, but that's not handball. Lucky. That's not handball. I'm liking how Foster's just really controlled. He's never looked flustered in any game he's been brought in. And to be honest, I wouldn't care if he played against City, because Lloris will have a tendency to do something stupid because it's a high intensity game. I don't know how he's played in World Cup finals, because he seems to break down now in high intensity games.
Yeah, I think Foster's pretty good, man. He's really good at from the back. He throws the ball out straight away. As soon as he knows something, he throws it or kicks it.
Son, you need to compete for that. We're allowing them to win the second ball here. We're not aggressive in trying to win the ball in the air. We've got to be
Yeah, I don't know
careful
why.
because, like you said, though, they could nip a goal. They could nip a goal from anywhere, really.
Yeah.
The way, they're trying to force it. It's, and our defense has shown that all they need to do is give a team one little sniff and they'll score.
Yeah. That's all we need, man. Just a little sniff, and then, yeah. That's all they need.
So it's a corner to Preston. That's a poor cross. Yeah, I'd like to see a change now. 60th minute. I think it's is that Fat Joe? Look like Fat Joe. I mean, I know you're behind me, bro. So
Yeah.
Kulu, give it. What the?
I'm
Come
trying to
on,
keep up.
Kulu.
It's just freaking annoying how you can't live this and push it forward. So
Have you
annoying.
closed your browser and reopened it?
Yeah, I've done it all, bro. It's just not working. I'll just have to go off your reaction, to be honest.
Yeah, no, they got just given a yellow card to Cannon for a dive. Tried to milk a penalty there. I don't know if you'll see it, but Kulu should have given that ball to Perisic. You might have just seen it.
Yeah, you should have.
He should have given it forward. I don't know why he held onto that ball too much. Like, that's what I mean. Kulu needs to be not criticised, but he needs to do a bit better as well. He hasn't been, top flight Kulu that we had back in the last season when he came in scoring goals in his debut against Man City and shit.
100%.
Oh, Doherty, what was that? Fucking. I'll try and reset mine, so it might lead up to your minutes. I'm on 60-37.
Oh, yeah, you're just behind me.
That's what are you on, 61?
No, 64. 60 and 50.
Okay, we're at the same time then. That's good.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the coverage. I had the earlier coverage, so so it just put me ahead of you. But we're on the same. I think it's going to get a bit. It's going to get a bit physical now. Preston has started to be a bit more physical, because they're obviously going to try and fight back to get back into the game. So we're going to have to be careful in terms of being aggressive.
I'll make a sub now. I'll make a change now.
Yeah,
if they get too physical, I'll make one now.
We've got to be careful because they're going to start. This is going to be a shot here. Oh, Foster had that covered. Foster came shortened the angle out for him. They're starting to grow into the game though. We're kind of letting them do it, and that's what I'm saying. Like everyone, don't go defensive. Get that second goal. Make them have to stretch to try and score, and we can counter them.
Should have done a lot better there, but
Basuma should have done better there. He just stood there, and I know he blocked the pass, but he didn't clear it. He just stood there.
Tanganga had a go with him. He said,
"Yeah,
what are you doing?"
That's what I mean. Like, as much as Tanganga's not the quality that we want starting, he has got passion. He's not scared to call out the senior players. Like Basuma, what's that, man? Come on.
Yeah, I know.
There's no urgency in Basuma's play at the moment. He's very that's a free kick by far.
Yeah.
It's like he's just gone to sleep. Because in the first half he was fairly decent. He was shutting down the ball. Now it's like he's just kind of, oh yeah, we're 1-0 up. We just don't put too much, don't exert enough too much energy. Let's just cruise through.
Yeah, no.
But watch, Conte won't make a change till the 80th minute because he won't want anyone coming on because we've got Man City. Like, for me, this is where you bring on your new player, Danjuma, and then, if you want to switch out Sonny.
Oh, my
that was close. See what I mean? Look, Foster, straight away, boom.
Yeah. Look at that.
It didn't hit Son, but he knew, he was in the middle of traffic and he's like, I'm going to ping it forward because Son's on his bike.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think that Foster should start against City, purely because Lloris hasn't been playing well either.
Yeah, I agree. I think Foster should start. I think Foster, has that capability, in those kind of in a position like that. He just sees like if that was Kane, and he saw Kane, he was like, oh yeah, bang, put it straight down, not
Hmm.
wait, and go, okay, now.
I don't think anyone's coming on. No, we have got 2 or 3 players warming up though. It looks like
Yeah,
Hoiberg.
looks like Kane from my angle, but yeah, I don't want to see Kane as much as he'll help. I just don't want to see Kane. That's a great
See, we
player.
got no. Where's Doherty? Like, where the fuck is Doherty there? Like, why is he? Why is he tired? He's done nothing the whole game.
Don't know, man. It's like we're shutting up shop now. Like we're just going, okay,
Yeah,
we'll just rely on this.
I don't want us to because we have a tendency to allow a goal. I'd rather get 2-0 up. We're a team that needs to be 2-0 up to be comfortable. I know we like City came back, but this isn't City. We need to have 2 goals and then shut up shop there.
2 or 3 goals and shut up shop. That's it. Not shut up shop now because, yeah, it's just they can. All it needs is a sniff and then they're in. And then where's that? They'll put us on the back foot again. I don't like Perisic in that middle spot. I don't like it.
You just said that, and Perisic he got a header. And we all said, and I was talking shit about Perisic saying I haven't seen him do a header. I mean, it was a good little ball. He got ahead of his. It would have been very. That's very hard for him to score from there. Yeah, he should have caught that, Woodman.
Yeah, I would. He did
He should have caught
reset.
that. There was no need for him to palm that over.
No. Looks like
You won't have a shot. Yeah, I think Kane's coming on. That's unlucky. That's a good ball from back post. Yeah, I think I'm hearing the away crowd singing Harry Kane is one of our own, so I do think he'll be coming on soon.
I
think it's more of. I think it's more if they want him to get that 267th goal.
I'd rather him get that in Man City because that'd be more effective, against pretty much, Man City team or Haaland or that would be just so good for him to get that goal.
That's better, Cess. Keep going, don't stop. I see what you mean, but then I also think that if he scores it here, there's no pressure for him to beat the record. You know what I mean? He's already beaten it, so he can just go, all right, now I can just, there's no pressure to beat the record.
I'll score goals for fun.
Yeah, but then the thing is, he's trying to catch Shearer, so.
Yeah, I know. That's a great ball. Wow.
Yeah, they're playing good footy now. It's just, see what I mean? It's so slow, like.
Is that Bentacle? Yeah, I don't know what Bentacle's running. It's so slow. Yes.
I don't think he's 100% still.
It's like half of these players are not themselves like they were last season, and it's like, what are they gonna do?
You know what I think it is that the league just got better. Newcastle got better, Arsenal got better, United got better, City are the same. The only 2 teams that haven't got better is Liverpool and Chelsea. But then you look at teams like Wolves, you look at teams like Fulham coming up. I just think the Prem's just a better league, and we can't just rely on Kane and Son to win us every game. We need the team to start playing and getting better in quality, because literally last season was just Son banging in goals for fun and getting us up that table.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that today I'd take him off now. He scored his goal. He's looked a bit more confident.
Yeah.
I'd take him off. I'd bring on Danjuma. I'd take off Perisic. I'd leave Sess on because Perisic is going to be playing against City, or that's what I would do. So I would take off Perisic. Who's coming on? It looks like there's 2 players coming on, and one, I think it's Danjuma. Yeah, it's Danjuma. Danjuma's coming on. I can see him on the sideline.
Yeah,
it's him, and I think it's
it might be Kane. I think it might be Kane.
Well, I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but it looked like it was 2 coloured players. I think it's Royal. I think it's Royal and Danjuma.
Bloody
Oh.
hell.
Come on, Sonny.
Yes.
See what I mean, though? Perisic fed him, and he turned and scored. Why? This is what I didn't want Perisic playing in the middle. I wanted Perisic playing just behind Son, feeding that ball, and that was great by Son. Turns him left foot. See, this is the Son we need. We've missed this Son all season.
But is he going to carry this on to the City game? Because he needs to carry it on. That's a great pass behind.
See Perisic touch where he just rolls it first time. That's what I mean. We need those short, quick passes.
See, I wouldn't bring on Harry Kane. No way.
No, I'd have Danjuma. I'd have Danjuma, and I'd have I'd bring on like Hill or something.
Yeah.
Take Son off. Take Perisic off.
Yep. Bring on Danjuma and keep Sis and have Danjuma and Hill.
Yeah, and then just play Hill off the left, Danjuma in the middle. It just like for like.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna make a sub or we're gonna leave it?
Oh, he's doing subs. He's coming off, I think, Son. Oh no, I think Preston's making a sub. No, Danjuma's on, Skip's on. So Danjuma is making his debut. Bentancur being replaced by Skip.
Which I'm not disappointed about. I think Skip can, him and Bazoom are kind of the same player, but I think Skip gets up the field a bit more. And he's got kind of a good quality.
Well, I think Skip just he's a bit more erratic though as well because he
and Royal.
Yeah, and Royal's coming on. So I think it's going to be Doherty off as well. Yeah, Doherty's off. He hasn't had a good game today. Doherty's not really done much, and he knows it. And it's Danjuma is making his debut.
I want to see what he can do.
I wonder who came off. Did Sonny come off? Or is it Perisic?
Nah, Son.
Oh, wait.
No.
Who else has come off? Oh, Cess came off. Okay, so Son's going left, then Juma's in the middle, Perisic is left wing back. I'd rather Perisic come off, to be honest. I want Perisic playing for City, against City.
Yeah, we need him in City.
But the good thing is we got that speed in the middle now. So let's just see how he goes through the middle, because they did say that he's more of a 10 backup.
Yeah.
Ben Woodburn used to play for Liverpool. Well, I don't know if he's on loan.
I think he's on loan from Liverpool.
Away fans are giving
no.
What?
No, he's signed actually with Preston.
Oh, so they bought him.
Yeah.
What's going on, Tiago? How are you, brother? I would have rested Son now. I would have pulled him off and been like,
yeah,
have a rest, mate. Bring that into City. See, now this is the thing, but he scores 2 goals, and then we're all like, yeah, we start him against City. I would still start him now that he scored 2 goals, but I also would sit there and say, rip him off after 60 minutes if he's doing nothing. Because we've held out for 15 games for him to score. Just because he scored 2 against in a cup game doesn't. It's like Richarlison, Richarlison's only scored 2 in a cup game. Perry. He's only scored 2 in a cup game, so for the Prem he hasn't really performed. But
yeah,
it's good. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I'm happy for him too. I just want to see what Danjuma can bring to this team. Like, I know watching his highlights, there's a lot of dribbling, a lot of speed behind him. Likes to take players on, which is what we need in this team. But yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what he brings. Hopefully, he can bring a bit more quality to our squad.
A bit more variety, because we seem to have the same kind of players in most positions. So having like someone like Danjuma with a bit more pace that can dribble a lot better than like Then the likes of Hill, the likes of Richarlison, and even like Son, because the way Danjuma, he likes the ball close to feet, and he's very rapid with his movements, whereas Son's he does a step over and then tries to beat you on the step over. Let's just hope he can bring a bit of variety into our attack and start running at defenders more, because I feel like that's something that we need, is taking on defenders, especially when we're playing with wing backs.
He's just got the ball.
I mean, he's doing very well. Oh, he nearly got a goal on his debut there, because that ball would have rolled straight to his feet, and I can guarantee you he would have slotted that. That's what I want to see. To see that movement where he passed the ball and made that run.
Yes. Like, look at this. That was
unlucky.
just. He was. I mean, did you see his reaction? But he knew it was going to go through.
That would have been a great impact coming on and scoring on your debut. That's why I kind of got happy, because I was like, "Oh, that ball's coming through to him." But that's a good move.
See how he controlled that? He blew it down, controlled it, took on the player, and just dribbled around him, and then feed off the
past it, and then made a movement to go into the shooting areas. You know, that's what Sonny and that don't do enough.
Yeah.
I think Kane needs to have a night off. Let him chill. Let him sit there, be warm. There's no need for him. He's sick. You know that he had an
illness.
He had an illness in the Fulham game, and he's still not 100%. So they're 69% possession. No cap. Pause. But we've been dominant in the second half, and it's 2 class goals by Sonny. I mean, you can't really judge because of the opposition that we're playing against. You can't really sit there and go, "Oh yeah, we're going to go into Man City and thrash them." But I've seen some good, a lot better improvements in terms of the way Sonny's running, the confidence wise, and also we're trying a bit more link up play in the second half. Conte must have told him to play a bit more.
1-2,
a bit more 1-2. Oh, okay. I thought he flopped that, Sonny, but seemed to.
I thought he was going to control that and give it to Danjuma, but
I think we all want Danjuma to do something today.
We want him to do something. We want him to make an impact, but not just that. We just want to see how much quality he's going to bring.
Yeah, and it's the perfect game to do it, because there's no pressure. We're 2-0 up. He just needs to play his game.
Definitely, just show us what you can do, and then we happy. That's all we want. That's all I want, to be honest. Preston must be on the right, and
Royals on the left. We're playing inverted wing backs.
Oh no!
I don't know why. I don't know why we're playing. But the thing is, I will say something. Royal has never looked bad on that left wing. He hasn't, like when you replaced Cess the other day, he literally looked like just as good, if not better than Cess on the left wing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was watching that.
So I'm not going to complain if he's playing on the left and he's doing his defensive duties, because that's what he's there for now, is just to shore the game up.
Yeah.
Conte's pretty much said, like, the Danjuma go on, we'll try and counter, and we'll just play a bit more defensive. That's why, Skip's on. And then obviously they brought on Royal.
Yeah.
Fuck. He looks young.
Well, he does.
He needs to pull that bloody hairband back a bit. It's making him look like you know what it's giving? It's giving me Bennett like Beckham vibes. What's that Knightley of her hair?
Yeah. That's what I was going to say too.
Bennett like Beckham vibes.
Is that Ronaldo Sanchez's brother? Jesus.
Daniel Johnson.
Oh, Daniel Johnson. Looks like Ronaldo Sanchez.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It does look like him.
With his hair pulled back the way it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, that could have been a bad tackle if he caught him there. Oh, Perisic is on this left now. Oh, they've switched. So Royal's back on the right.
Okay.
It must have just been like the play that they stayed on their wings.
Yeah, they must have just did it.
Good tackle. Oh, Cooley, you could have got that.
Yeah, you got that.
You don't want to go back, do you? You want to throw it from there? All right, mate. All good. That's our ball.
Corner.
No, it's a corner. I thought it was our ball. I thought Sanchez had cleared it into Evans.
Yeah.
I think now it's just all about stopping their attack and then just countering with the likes of Son, Dan Juma, and Cooley.
Yeah, that's all it is now. It's just kind of like sitting back a bit, but also countering on them when it arrives. So
it's nice to see. It's nice to see having an extra person on the bench to bring on, apart from Hill, as well.
Yeah.
Like, especially with off, it's nice to like. Can you imagine if you had Son, Kane, and Dan Juma on the bench again, and then been like, "Oh, we need a goal," chuck all three of them on. That's what we've lacked as well. Dude, we've had a lot of defensive players on our bench when we need to score a goal.
Okay, well, Foster looks pretty good this game.
He just looks solid. He just looks like a seasoned goalkeeper who knows what he needs to do.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like everyone says, "Oh, but Lloris is better." Okay, yeah, I get it. Lloris is a good shot stopper, but at the end of the day, like
he's been
playing poor. So if someone's playing poor, just like Son, we've been calling him to be dropped because Foster can't do any worse than what Lloris has been doing. You know,
no way.
So it's like, why not try it? If Foster plays really well, and then Lloris has to fight to get back into the team, and then Lloris starts pulling off worldy fucking games, then you got the dilemma you have is, oh shit, Lloris and Foster are both playing really, really well. Oh, unlucky. That was Skip, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Skip. I think Dan Juma came short too, so I was hoping he'd give I thought he was going to get to Dan Juma, and then
Yeah, no, Son made a good run. It was just too high over Son's head. If that ball was onto Son's feet, I think Son would have got a hat trick.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's a hat trick coming from him. He could sniff it out if you want to. Is that Emerson? Yeah, there's two.
No, that's Tanganga.
Is it? Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Now they're both on there. I can't tell the differences. Oh, unlucky.
Are you being racist?
No, I'm not being racist, bro. I'm not being racist.
Well, I'm going to say you're black yourself, mate. So you're teasing your own kind.
No, I'm not that black as them, to be honest. Jesus.
Nah, they do look alike with the beard and the hairstyle, especially with Emerson going back to his natural hair instead of having blonde.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. That's a great shot.
I think is sun coming off.
I don't know. Did you hear a whistle? Or hear like
I heard a whistle, but the way they're showing the shots, usually they show these goals when someone's getting pulled off. Oh, no, he's still on.
No, he's still on. Perisic off.
I would just take Perisic off and have Hill come on, to be honest.
And push
no, just have oh, no, maybe not. Maybe pull Sonny off then and put Hill on. Just there's no need to keep playing Son now. He scored his 2 goals. There's no need for him to play the full game if you're going to play him at City. Because City is it in the weekend? Yeah, it's on the weekend. So we've got a full week. Fuller's been a bit sloppy today, though. He hasn't been himself. Yeah, we've got City in a week and a bit, which, funny enough, I'm going to be in England for.
Give it Dan Juma. Oh, come on, Curly.
I was about to say that if he scores when I've just said that he's playing like shit. Give it. Unlucky. Yeah, it's just this game. Cooley just hasn't been as technical as he usually is, but he can have an off game because Cooley's played well for us since we signed him. So I'm not criticising him. I'm just saying he's not at his 100% best. I do think he's still a bit. He's still coming back slowly off his injury. And we've just rushed him back into the team because we need him. Yeah. I'm hoping this week rest between City will mean because he started against Fulham too, didn't he?
Yep, definitely.
So he's played 2 full games in less than a week, so he'll get a full week rest, and hopefully we can go into that game against City full strength. Hopefully Richarlison's back.
Yep. Oh, and hopefully,
so now it's just good control of the game. Just man managing it now.
Yeah,
game management. Just taking our time, not forcing anything. Go wide.
Yeah,
that's it.
Go wide. Nice. Then Jim's in the middle. You gonna find him?
Nah, too close to the goalkeeper. He should have done it earlier. Yeah, he's telling Danjuma to run across.
But that was
I do feel like,
yeah.
I felt like he could have whipped it earlier. Thing is, they got to realise, like, he's coming into a team, doesn't know how he played, doesn't know how Perisic plays yet. So this will all grow. But that's the thing. It's fucking Emerson. You want to? Oh, it's Tanganga kicking at him. Hill's coming on. Sun's
you got
coming
that one
off.
too.
Yeah, I know. My bad. Sun's coming off. 2 goals for Sonny today. Let's hope he takes that into the City game. And yeah, I figured this would be the change. Brian Hill coming on. Help out Perisic on that left-hand side. I think Perisic should be fucked. So if I was Conte, I actually would have ripped off Perisic early. Just
Bring on Davies. Bring on Davies. Just
no, I would have ripped him off instead of Cess, to be honest. But yeah, Brian Hill. Let's hope he can do something in the last 5 to 6 minutes, because no doubt they're going to give us like a minute injury time, 2 minutes. There hasn't been that many stoppages, so
yeah. But other than that, like when Hill's been playing, he's been playing really well. When Curly's been injured, like he's been really good. So apparently, Seville want to buy him. Want to buy.
Yeah, but we've rejected all. We've rejected all bids for him to buy. It's all just loan. What's going on with Son now?
Yeah, I don't know.
He looks fucked.
Well, hopefully he's not hurt, man. If he is hurt, then yeah, that's pretty.
That's better. Control, boys.
Yes, that's a lot better from Basuma. A lot more control. Great work, Hill. Just turns.
Yeah, I do like, because like he has got that agility about him, Hill. So I do like the way he turns, but I find that he always turns himself into problems, into opposition most of the time. Why did Emerson header that? How are we controlling this ball the way we are?
I don't know.
We don't do this normally. We're actually like controlling the ball fairly well. Usually we lose balls and then we get countered.
Yeah, and that's when it's on.
Oh, unlucky. Idea was there.
I like a Danjuma. Like, that's great. Well, passing completion has been great so far.
Yeah, we've only 607 passes and 533 have been. Oh, unlucky. I'm liking how Skip's trying to find Danjuma straight away. He's trying to.
Oh, who was that?
Basuma did well there. Basuma.
Go wide. Go wide. Danjuma's there.
Yes!
Yes!
Danjuma scored on his debut.
Well, there you go.
I feel like he's watched Stop the Yard too much.
Great goal. Great goal.
That was. I feel like he fluffed that shot though. You can't believe that he scored.
Great goal.
Oh, that's good to see. He's come in, got a goal, looked confident, and now And what I liked here was Basuma, and then Hill straight away was like boom in there. I felt like Cooley fucked it, but that was a great pass by Cooley. I thought he stuffed it when he first hit it.
Yeah,
that's a nice. If he meant that, that's a nice controlled shot.
Danjuma did well there, but
Kulusevski did really good there. I thought he fucked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he missed it to Danjuma. I think he was trying to curl it into the right-hand side, but it pulled off, and I'm not going to complain. It's 3-0, goal on his debut. Beautiful. And the thing is, he was in the box. What I like, he was there waiting for it. He didn't drift out. He didn't come to the ball. He waited for it.
Well, Cobra sign there. Cobra.
But that's what I'm saying. It's Stop the Yard.
Is there another sub or
no? 3-0. That's it. Game done, boys. Good work. That's what I wanted. Though I wanted it to be a decisive win. We haven't really had a decisive win in these cup games. We've always been like, oh shit, even in the Champions League, it hasn't been decisive where we've ripped a team apart and we've actually looked good. I'm not saying we've looked good today, but we've looked a lot more a lot more composed going forward. It's just I felt like it's always that first half. We always take it slow in the first half.
Yeah,
We
it's like
try and
we try to build into the game, and it's just
yeah, we're
like
trying to feel out the team, and it's like sometimes we just need to go gun ho and see how teams react instead of just seeing how they're going to play, and then like Conte comes in at halftime and goes, "All right, this is how you beat them," and that's what seems to happen. And you're right, Dean. It's another second half win, and like we've always been saying, it feels like we're a second half team, and that's how I think we see it. We play defensive. We read a team, and then Conte comes in and goes, "All right, this is how you beat them," and then 9 times out of 10. If they're not if their quality is not as good as ours, we tend to beat them. But if you're playing against teams like City, United, Arsenal, those kind of teams, when we do that against them, we lose because they have just as good quality, if not better.
yeah, exactly.
So it's something that we need to work on. I think some games like this game, we shouldn't have gone into this game to feel out how Preston were going to play. They're the team that are underdogs. We should be going at them, making them try and counter our play. Exactly. But that's just how Conte does it. He doesn't. He prefers to feel out teams and then create tactics. That's how I see it anyway. Like I might be wrong. I might be talking out of my ass, but that's how I see it.
Yeah, but no, I think we just need to go all gun ho and just go at them instead of trying to like play to what they want us to play, and then second half just come out banging, which I don't like seeing. But it's good to see us up in this game, 3-0, which is good.
So what is Sanchez doing there? Hill probably shouldn't have passed it like that, but also Sanchez just kind of watched it. Come on, Hill. That's our ball. Thank you. What I like about Hill though is come on, and he's it's like he's trying to win the game.
Yeah, he does that, but it's also because the thing I like about Hill too is he doesn't stop running. He runs all game. Then he gets Palace, he just keep running, which was good. That's the kind of player we need. He doesn't stop running.
Well, the thing is, we've got a full week. Actually a week and a bit, because it's not played until Sunday England time, and it's currently Saturday there now, Saturday night. We've got a full week. Hopefully, Richarlison. Then I was thinking that, bro. Her teeth were just it's just as yellow as her beanie. I was actually thinking that, but I didn't want to say it. But I'm glad you did. It was like a whole if you look, all you saw was a white face and then yellow with her blonde hair too. I mean, we like teasing people here. Fuck it, don't care. We've got a full week. I don't know what's going on.
Must be a streaker.
I don't know, maybe. But I feel like we've got a full week with Richarlison coming back, fully healthy Kane again. Hopefully, Son takes these couple of goals and doesn't do another false start of the season. You know how he scores a couple of goals, he's back. Then doesn't do anything for 5-6 games. Scores one goal, he's back. We need Son back.
Yeah.
So then Juma's getting into the box. Great work.
Great ball.
Oh, he got pushed out. That's unlucky. I am liking the movement as well at the moment. It seems like we're flowing more in the game, but this is against opposition that aren't as good.
If you go up against like Arsenal or City,
they're gonna. It's gonna be a lot harder to be free flowing. So
definitely will be.
Oh, unlucky. See what I mean? Sanchez is really good at set pieces. I feel very. He's threatening. He's a lot more threatening than Romero or Dyer, because Dyer. And that's it, guys. That's the game. So Tottenham 3, Preston 0. 2 goals from Son, and a goal from our new signing on debut, Danjuma. How do you feel about that game, bro?
Look, I'm happy for Sonny getting those 2 goals. One was outside the box, one was inside the box. But look, I'm happy for Dan Jim as well. Debut goal, same as Bergwijn. You know, he scored his debut.
Would have been nice if he did it against City next week, though, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, would have been. That was City would have. Oh no, this is like a rewind of what Bergwijn did to us. So
well, it's his Prem debut next game, so hopefully he does it.
Yeah, hopefully he does it. But yeah, no, look. Hopefully these goals for Sonny, you know, he can push him on to against City because we really, really need him to step up for this game against City because yeah, it's not gonna. Yeah, if it doesn't step up, man, he's probably gonna go back into that shell again and lose that confidence, which we don't want him to because, you know, we see the quality in him and we know where he can bring. He just needs to take this game now into the City game and really, you know, get on the scoreboard and really get on those goals again. So, but other than that, look, I think Foster had a decent game. You know, Bazuma had a bit of a better second half than, a bit of a second half than the first half. I think the first half he was really bit of a shadow of himself. But Bentancur, yeah, he really didn't stand out for me. I think he was he just didn't have a good game at all. Kulu, yeah, it was great assist to Dan Juma, but other than that, he didn't really have too much of a good game. But other than that, look, I'm happy with the 3 points. We can move on to the next round, and yeah, let's just keep it going.
Yeah, look, I agree with everything you just said. I'm hoping this kicks on Sonny for the rest of the season, but you know we've said that a couple of times, so we've got to wait and see. You know, Foster didn't have much really to do, but what he did do was be a lot more, had a lot more presence than Lloris for me. Was always trying to look to feed the ball out as fast as possible, and that's where I feel like Lloris lacks too. He's just not confident getting the ball out. Like I said, Basuma had an okay game. I think Sanchez had a decent game. He didn't really cause any problems, and was good leading the line. Kulu did a great pass, but I don't think he was the Kulu that we know. I still think he's still coming back slowly from his injury. So hopefully this extra week he gets before City will really help him. And Dan Juma got a goal on his debut, which is what we wanted to see. I don't know if I want him to start against City. I want him to start today to see how, and if he played well today, to go into City. But then, like with the way Son has been, do we risk it? For me, it's either Danjuma or Son on that left. Hopefully, Richarlison's back, but he'll be starting on the bench, and then Kulu on the right. And Perisic has to start against City, but we'll get into that in our pre-match video. Just want to shout out to everyone that joined. Appreciate all the love, appreciate all the comments, appreciate you guys being here. If you're still here, make sure you're smashing a like and subscribing to the channel. Hit up our Instagram and all that and our Twitter if you want. Make sure you're tuning in for the videos that we've got coming up. I might not be on the next couple of videos. I'm going to be leaving for England. If you all don't know, at the start of the video, I did have a shout out to my cousin who has recently passed. I was going over there to see him before he did, but unfortunately, it took a turn for the worst. So I'll be going back home anyway, hopefully to catch the funeral to represent, my dad's side of the family. But so the boys will be running these videos whilst I'm gone. If I can get on, I'll get on. If I can't, I can't. But anyway, shout out to you, D, for getting up early. Shout out to everyone that got up early and watching. And we're going to end it here, guys. And as we always say here at Total Hotspurs, stay Spursy.
Stay Spursy, guys.